What's Gucci, y'all? Orange Champagne Glass here, and recently I watched all of the Star Wars movies for the first time. I've seen a couple of them before, but I was telling a couple friends because, like, man, were they on me about, like, not being a Star Wars fan because I don't know. I just never really watched them. And I told them of the ones that I have seen, watching and paying attention are two very different things. So I finally took it upon myself to watch all of the movies, and as I was going through them, I was kind of like ranking them as I went, but like just to tell my friends. But then I thought, you know what, this could make a really funny video, or like it would mostly be for like my friends to see, but I would also enjoy other people's opinions on like how I rank them. So it's going to be based off of like which ones I enjoyed most, not like which ones are more relevant to the story. So this is going to be a very personal like ranking. So if any of my choices offend and or upset you, make sure to smash that like button. And you know what? Might as well hit the little bell icon too on the little if and when I upload again. And I don't know. Maybe I can do this for like the Harry Potter movies because they're kind of like Star Wars or Harry Potter, you know, like sci-fi versus fantasy, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, we'll see. But yeah, let's get on with the video. So just a heads up, major spoiler warning, by the way. I'm gonna like maybe go into a couple details in some movies, which is gonna give like a huge part of it away. So if you haven't seen the movies, I suggest you just stop right here, go watch them yourself, and then maybe compare your ranking to mine, and then you'll enjoy the video a little bit more because you'll see like maybe, oh yeah, I agree with him there, or nah, why did he choose that movie? You know what I mean? So I watched all 11 movies chronologically. So yes, I did include Solo and Rogue One. I watched them all, and so one is gonna be my favorite, and then 11 is gonna be my least favorite. So starting off at rank 11 had to be Episode 2, Attack of the Clones. And the only reason why it's down there, like all the way at the bottom for me, is because after watching it, I forgot what happened. Like I was trying to pay attention and I completely forgot. But I did enjoy the fight with Jango Fett and Obi-Wan. I thought that fight was really cool. Well, I'm not a fan of Jango Fett's ship. So sorry if you are, but it just annoys me so much that it lands like this and then flies away like that. You know what I mean? I hate that so much. And then that's when they kind of I don't know. I don't like the way that ship flies. And then the Colosseum scene is where like the major part of the movie kind of took place with all the droid army, and then all of the Jedi kind of showed up and helped out Anakin and Obi-Wan, and that was really cool. Also, rip to my boy Jango Fett. He kind of got by Mace Windu, so that was really cool. And then they also had the fight with Count Dooku, Obi-Wan and Anakin. They fought against him. That's when Anakin lost his hand. Dude, that scene kind of made me go, ooh, poor guy. And then he had to fight little Yoda. So, dude, another funny thing that I might be saying in a couple of these rankings, I love when I recognize some actors from other movies. Like the guy who plays Count Dooku, I'm pretty sure is Willy Wonka's dad in the movie with Johnny Depp. So, I thought it was really funny where it's like, he's gonna fight Yoda, and then I would just imagine him going, "Why take a chance?" So yeah, that was rank 11 for me, and let's get on with the rest. On to number 10. All right, coming in at 10th place for me has got to be Episode 4, A New Hope. And yes, I already know what you're gonna say. Why is the first Star Wars movie so low? Like, I should be giving it more respect, and I am. I am giving it respect. 1000% do I love this movie. But like I said, this ranking is going to be like my personal favorites, not relevant to the story. So this one definitely had some really good parts. Like, seeing Han Solo, that's my guy. He's my favorite character, 1000%. The Millennium Falcon, oh, love that ship so much. And then the whole movie was like them destroying the Death Star, which was like the main objective, which they did do in like a really cool scene. I feel like I've seen it before, but like I've seen clips of Star Wars before, but it didn't really affect me because I'm like, oh, big whoop, like that happened. But after watching the movies, I get it. You know, like I understand how cool it is. So when Han Solo was all saying that he just wants the money, he's good, he's gonna leave now, but then he came back, helped Luke, and then Luke did his little force, and the missiles kind of went whoo whoo straight into the Death Star, and then that thing kind of went pah. So big fan of Episode 4. It's just it had some derpy parts for when it was made. Like, my hat's off to you, good job, but there's just some derpy parts where like the lightsaber fighting was just too. You know what I mean? Like maybe that could have been a bit better. Other than that, though, great movie. But it comes in at number 10 for me. So let's move on to number 9. All right, so coming in at number 9 for me is the movie Solo, the movie about my boy Han Solo, and essentially the whole movie is like how the Millennium Falcon got its reputation for being the fastest ship in the galaxy. And it's kind of like how Han Solo met Chewbacca, which is like a pretty funny story. Chewbacca was about to eat him, and if Han didn't do the I can't do the that's as good as it's gonna get. That's my impression of the Wookiees. If he didn't do that, homie was about to get eaten up. So good thing he knows how to speak Wookiee. Otherwise, Chewbacca would have torn him limb from limb and had himself a solo meal. And I did say I was going to be a little biased towards Han and how I was going to be ranking the movies. So it's kind of funny that this is ranked at the bottom and now like towards the top. A couple funny things. I had Tobias Beckett. He's a cool character, except I recognize the actor from the movie Zombieland. So to kind of make it a little funnier for me, if you pretend that the heist on the train wasn't coaxium and it was instead Twinkies, which is what his objective was in Zombieland, I don't know, it kind of makes it a little funnier. And then the main bad guy, already forgot his name. His actor is the dude who plays Vision in the Avengers. So seeing him, I was like, whoa. Don't you got a purple dude to be fighting and kind of saving everyone here? But yeah, overall, Solo was a really good movie. I liked it. Really funny. But yeah, it comes in at number 9 for me. So let's move on to number 8. Alright, coming in at rank 8 for me is going to be Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. And since I watched the movies chronologically, this is what was going to either sell me the series or just completely make me not want to continue it because it's Episode 1. And right off the bat, this movie has a really annoying character, Jar Jar Binks. If you like him, you know, to each their own. He's just so annoying to me. I can't see anyone having Jar Jar as their favorite character. Like, no offense, but come on. And apart from that, the movie has really good scenes. 2 funny things that really stand out to me. The, like, boss guy, the, like, frog-looking dude. I like when he's talking, he gets excited, he goes, I found that really funny. And then the other thing was Queen Amidala, her like decoy, because it turns out that the person I'm talking about right now is the decoy. And I really found it funny that throughout the movie, every new scene she was in, she had a new hairstyle, a new outfit, basically a new look. And when I caught on to that, it was really funny. And then other than that, one scene that I really enjoyed was the pod race. That had me at the edge of my seat. And like, I know Anakin is the main character, basically, like, kind of being introduced. But there was actually a second where I didn't think Anakin was going to win the race. I for real thought he was going to lose. So seeing him win, I was like, yeah! But other than that, The Phantom Menace was a really good movie. Really wanted me to continue the rest of the movie, so good job. And let's go on to rank 7. All right, coming in at rank 7, we have episode 9, Rise of Skywalker. And now that we're kind of towards the middle of the rankings, it's now going to be which ones just kind of hit me more. And since this one is at the bottom middle, it means it was good, but I still have other favorites. You know what I mean? And this movie was really good. Like for the final movie, whoo, it was good. Some parts that like really surprised me were when Rey was kind of fighting against Kylo Ren using the Force on one of those like prisoner ships, and then lightning shot out of her hand. Please tell me I'm not the only one who thought she actually killed Chewbacca. If she did, I would literally be so upset. Like, I screamed. I was like, no! But he's fine. He's gonna live to have a great Wookiee life. He's fine. He's chilling. And then another funny scene that I really enjoyed was when Rey tried exiling herself, like on the same little island and planet that Luke was trying to do. And she burned Kylo's ship, and then she tried throwing the lightsaber in there. And then Luke's kind of force spirit grabbed the lightsaber and kind of gave her the look of like, why are you doing that, bro? It's mine. I gave it to you. Why are you trying to throw it away? And then overall, the rest of the movie was really good. The whole like, I also enjoyed the scene where she fought against her like Sith self, and she had that Darth Maul-ish kind of lightsaber that folds on itself. That was cool. Overall, the movie was great. It comes in at rank 7 for me. Let's move on to rank 6. Alright, coming in at rank 6 for me is going to be Rogue One. And now this movie... Okay, so I mentioned before that I've seen a couple of the movies, but I never really like paid attention, but I did watch them. This movie I've seen in theaters. So, shouts out to my boy who allowed me to tag along to the movies to go watch it with him in theaters. So it was pretty cool to go watch it there, but like I said, I didn't know what was going on, so I couldn't really enjoy it. This movie was really cool though. Like, it's cool to see the backstory of how the rebels got the blueprints basically to the Death Star, which is what helped them be able to know how to destroy it. But like, okay, so what really got me in this movie is don't get attached to anyone. I would pick a favorite character and then they would die and I'd be like, oh man, that's a shame. A good thing I like this person more. Then they died and I'm like, oh man, well, good thing this person's still pretty cool. And then it turns out that they just shoot the base anyways and everyone dies and I'm like, alright, well, great movie overall. And one scene that I really like, can we just talk about how like universally known Darth Vader is? Like when he makes a cameo, man, it's effective. You know what I mean? Like seeing this guy, you get chills. You just want to like, Darth Vader's so badass. And then another thing that I like about this movie that I found really funny, and I'm going to kind of talk about the game Jedi Fallen Order. When you see that security droid that they have that's like on their team, he's really funny. I love that droid. But man, after playing that game, you get war flashbacks to when you see that thing sitting in the cockpit. Oh man, that droid is crazy. But yeah, overall, Rogue One was such a good movie, especially the way it ended. I actually did get goosebumps when one of the people were like, oh, what did they send us? And then Princess Leia goes, hope. Because then I saw what the next movie was called, which was episode 4. A New Hope. And I was like, oh my god! So overall, Rogue One was great. Let's move on to rank 5. Alright, coming in at rank 5, funny enough, is episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. And now that this is at the upper part of the middle section, something about this movie, I never seen it, but it being like an older film made it feel very nostalgic. And also, I feel a big part of it was that this is the movie where a lot of iconic places are like mentioned, like the ice planet Hoth, Dagobah, the little planet where Yoda's chilling at, which is where he trained Luke. And then this also has like the scene where Anakin or Darth Vader fights Luke, and that's when he's like, "I am your father," and I could only imagine watching this like when it came out. That's got to be really cool. And if the prequels never like really gave that away, I feel I too would have been, you know what I mean? And also like what's up with Skywalkers losing their hand? Like what's up with that? You know what I mean? And then this movie also had Han Solo being frozen in that giant brick, which kind of upset me because I was like, that's my boy, that's Han Solo, and now he's just kind of, you know what I mean? But overall, this movie was really great. It's up there for me because it just felt really nostalgic. And I'm sure a lot of you will agree. So yeah, that comes in at rank 5. And now let's move on to rank 4. Alright, coming in at rank 4, we have episode 7, The Force Awakens. And this movie was actually really good. Like I said before, the kind of newer movies like 7, 8, 9 kind of have a bad rep of what I've heard. I don't know if this is everyone's opinion, but I actually enjoyed them. And this movie was really cool. You've seen the Death Star, and then they had a second Death Star, which I think was a little bigger. But then when you see the weapon that they have in this movie, whoo! Dude, they turned a planet into a weapon. And then it uses the energy of a sun? Bruh. This thing is huge. And then, BB-8. BB-8's such a cute droid. I wanna hug a BB-8 because that thing is round. That thing is huggable shape. You know what I mean? And then, what else? Yeah, it just had a lot of cool scenes like Finn using a lightsaber, which is pretty cool. And speaking of lightsabers, Kylo Ren, I think he has my favorite lightsaber. I really like the two little thingies on the side to like protect his wrist, I was told. But I love the scene where he's fighting Finn with it, and then he starts twisting it. And I'm not on the dark side. I would be more towards the rebels. But when he was using it against Finn and like starts twisting it, woo! And then, speaking of his lightsaber, he killed Han Solo! Why? That made me really sad. I didn't think he was going to do it. That got me. It really did. But overall, movie was great. It comes in at rank 4. Let's move on to rank 3. Alright, so now we're into the good movies. My top 3. Coming in at number 3, we have episode 6. Return of the Jedi. And now this movie, okay, I used to have this old plug and play when I was younger, and I still have it in my room. It still works, I'm pretty sure too. I just haven't tried it. And so the plug and play, a bunch of the mini games in there were based off of the original 3 movies, and I'm just now like figuring that out. And what's it called? There's a scene where the Millennium Falcon goes into the second Death Star and blows up the reactor. I remembered that scene because I played it. And dude, that part of the game made me so mad back when I was a feeble little noob at every single game I played. I'm sure if I were to touch it right now, I'd be pretty decent at it. But like I said, I'm not sure if it works. Also, this movie has Ewoks. And I said I wanted to hug BB-8. Oh my god, have you guys seen an Ewok? Those things are so cute. And then speaking of seeing, can we just talk about Luke Skywalker's new outfit? Like, I mean, it's pretty cool. And then speaking of Luke Skywalker, he and Darth Vader fought again. And what do you get when a Skywalker and a Skywalker fight? One of them gets their hand chopped off. Surprise, surprise. But then Darth Vader felt bad for Luke Skywalker being electrocuted by the Emperor. So he picked him up and yeeted him off the cliff, and he's dead. So overall, great movie. It got into my top 3. So congratulations, episode 6. You were amazing. Now let's go on to number 2. Alright, now on to rank 2. And for me, that's got to be episode 3. Revenge of the Sith. This movie, like, now that you know which movie is missing, and obviously it's going to be number 1, Episode 3 was my number one for the whole time I was watching the movies. But then, like, obviously it got pushed down to second. Doesn't mean it's a bad movie. Episode 3 was so good. I would give this one a 9 out of 10. Hell, I'd give it like a 9.9. You know what I mean? Only because I now have another favorite movie. But episode 3, it had everything. You know what I mean? Like, General Grievous was there, which he's badass. Can we just talk about that real quick? General Grievous is a total badass. We had the fight with General Grievous versus Obi-Wan, which was really cool. We had the fight with Yoda and Darth Sidious, which is also really cool. We had Order 66, which obviously I've seen the meme videos of. Like, I remember seeing a Minecraft edit for Order 66, so that's why I was kind of numb to it. I didn't know, it didn't really affect me. But after watching the movies, like watching episode 3 and seeing Order 66 take place, bro, man, that was something. And then I always joked around with my friends. I always said that as a fan of murdering children in my pastime, I see where Anakin's coming from. I was just saying that as a joke. And then the fight with Obi-Wan and Anakin was really cool too. God, episode 3 was just awesome. It was definitely up there for me, and that's why it comes in at number 2. I would put it in at number 1, but I'll explain why here in a second. So now on to my favorite of the Star Wars movies. And finally, now coming in at my number 1 favorite Star Wars movie is going to be episode 8, The Last Jedi. And like I said, episode 3 was... Oh, that was so good. I loved that movie so much. But it got bumped down to rank 2 because episode 8 had so many jaw-dropping scenes for me. It was insane, like, how invested I was in this movie. Usually for the other ones, I kind of stopped it halfway and then got up to go do something else real quick and then come back so I just wouldn't, like, get bored of it real quick. That's not to say that the movies are boring. It's just, they're all 2 hours long, which is kind of a while. But episode 8, I was like invested through it the whole time. Such a good movie. Like, some jaw-dropping scenes were when Luke wanted to burn down this tree that had the ancient Jedi texts, and then Yoda's little Force spirit showed up, and I was sure that was gonna stop him, which it did. Luke didn't do it anymore. But then Yoda was just like, "Nah, fam, watch this." Lightning strikes the tree, and then it burns the text, and I was like, I didn't think that was going to happen. Another scene was when Kylo Ren killed Snoke. I wasn't expecting that because I was sure he was going to kill Rey or something. It'd be unfortunate if he did, but that's what I figured he'd do. But he ended up killing Snoke instead, and I was like, whoa. Well, good stuff. And then the rest of the movie was just so good. Literally, jaw drop after jaw drop after jaw drop. And then, like, Luke Skywalker on that planet was when he was fighting Kylo Ren. And then turns out he was just a projection. Ugh, so cool. And that's why episode 8 gets my number 1 spot. And that has been my list. If you got this far into the video, seriously, please just, like, comment down below what you thought of it. Hit that like button if you haven't already. And overall, just thank you for making it this far, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Thank you.